Science behind the process of vocabulary sponging. What happens in your brain when it absorbs a new word like a sponge and stows it away in your vocabulary database? Well, first of all, it does something called the inferential mapping to fill the unobserved gaps or empty areas in the brain using the newly inputted information of the word. The mapping process involves three parts of the brain: visual word form area, VWFA, Wernicke's area, and hippocampus. Neural triangulation. This mapping starts with a process called neural triangulation. The brain activates three of its regions to decode the word's meaning. A region called the visual word form area, VWFA, scans and studies the visual form or the physical shape of the letters. The second part, called the Wernicke's area, processes the linguistic meaning, syntax, and other details of the word. The hippocampus, the emotion manager, starts forming connections between this new word and your existing memories. Using these details, the brain constructs a high-dimensional semantic space where it pins the word based on its neighboring words. The second step is statistical induction. Human brain is a fabulous pattern recognition machine. When it encounters a new or unfamiliar word like pulchritudinous, it starts the process of statistical induction. It starts associating this new word with words like beautiful, radiant, or stunning. Based on how and where the word is used, it calculates the probability of the word's correct and nearest meaning. A part called the inferior frontal gyrus, or the context checker, narrows down the word's meaning through elimination of unsuitable ones. The third step is simply deep encoding through repetition. When your brain picks up a new word from a book, novel, or a story, your brain initiates the process of narrative transport by releasing chemicals like oxytocin and dopamine. These chemicals signal the brain that the information being processed is important and needs to be paid attention to. In fiction, this impulse becomes even more charged up due to the addition of emotion. Amygdala, the brain's emotional center, becomes active. The more books you read, the more this process triggers in the brain, the deeper new vocabulary gets encoded in the brain.